The air was thick with remembrance, a somber echo of the horrors that had unfolded a year prior. On October 7, 2023, the world watched in horror as Hamas, the Palestinian militant group, unleashed a brutal and calculated assault on Israel. 1 year later, the wounds remain raw, the memories still vivid. As the world paused to remember the victims, former President Donald Trump took to the stage at his Doral, Florida golf course. The occasion was a commemoration of the attacks, a time for reflection and unity. Yet Trump's words would soon ignite a firestorm of controversy, casting a long shadow over the solemn occasion. "We will remove the Jew haters," he declared, his voice booming across the hushed audience. To fully grasp the weight of Trump's words, it's essential to revisit the harrowing events of October 7, 2023. The day began like any other, but as the sun rose over Israel, a sinister plot was unfolding. Hamas militants, breaching Israel's security barriers, launched a multi-pronged assault that would shock the world with its brutality and scope. Gunfire erupted across southern Israel as Hamas fighters, infiltrating Israeli towns and kibbutzim, engaged in close-quarters combat with civilians and soldiers alike. As panic gripped the region, a barrage of rockets rained down on Israeli cities, turning the skies into a terrifying spectacle of fire and smoke. The world watched in horror as the death toll climbed, the images of carnage and despair flooding news channels and social media feeds. Trump's pledge to remove the Jew haters landed like a verbal grenade. Its reverberations felt far beyond the confines of his Doral golf course. The statement, delivered with an air of finality, was immediately met with a mix of applause and gasps from the audience. For some, Trump's words were a welcome affirmation, a promise of decisive action against a rising tide of anti-Semitism. But for others, Trump's vow was deeply unsettling, evoking a chilling sense of déjà vu. Critics were quick to point out the dangerous ambiguity of Trump's language, questioning who he deemed Jew haters and what measures he would employ to remove them. His critics, already wary of his divisive rhetoric, saw his words as a dangerous escalation, a dog whistle to extremist elements within his base. Section 4. A history marred by controversy. Trump's pledge to remove the Jew haters did not emerge in a vacuum. It landed against the backdrop of his own complex and often contradictory relationship with Jewish Americans and the issue of anti-Semitism. Throughout his presidency and beyond, Trump has walked a fine line, simultaneously courting Jewish support while engaging in rhetoric and actions that have drawn accusations of insensitivity and even anti-Semitism. On the one hand, Trump has consistently touted his administration's pro-Israel policies, pointing to his decision to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem and broker the Abraham Accords. However, Trump's record is also marked by instances where he has appeared to minimize or even exploit anti-Semitism for political gain. His reluctance to unequivocally condemn white supremacy, most notably during the 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, further fueled concerns about his commitment to combating anti-Semitism. Section 5. A chorus of dissonance reactions to Trump's pledge. As news of Trump's pledge reverberated across the media landscape, it ignited a firestorm of reactions, exposing the deep divisions that continue to plague American society. Trump supporters, many of whom viewed his pledge as a welcome sign of strength and resolve, rallied behind their leader. They argued that his words had been taken out of context, insisting that he was simply expressing his unwavering commitment to protecting Jewish Americans from hatred and violence. However, Trump's critics were far less charitable in their assessments. They denounced his language as dangerous and irresponsible, arguing that it served only to inflame tensions and incite further hatred. Jewish organizations caught in the crossfire issued a range of responses reflecting the diversity of views within the community. Section 6. The road ahead, implications for 2024 and beyond. As the dust settles on Trump's incendiary pledge, it's clear that his words will have lasting consequences, shaping both his own political future and the broader national conversation about anti-Semitism in America. For Trump himself, the fallout from his pledge remains to be seen. His supporters, drawn to his brash style, may view his latest controversy as further evidence that he is a fearless outsider willing to speak truth to power. However, Trump's critics, already deeply skeptical of his motives, are likely to view his pledge as further confirmation of their worst fears. The broader implications of Trump's pledge extend far beyond the realm of electoral politics. By invoking the specter of Jew haters and vowing to remove them, Trump has tapped into a vein of fear and resentment that has been festering for years.